And what happens when we actually believe these beliefs to be true about ourselves, we live to that expectation. And remember, you typically get what you expect.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Tiff and Tony Show episode. Tony, hello. Look like you're back home today. How are you doing?
I am back home. I am good. I am back home and back at work, which I am obviously loving. It's not quite as exciting as connecting with my inner child, though.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I bet that snow tubing was a lot more fun.
It was. We had a bunch of fun.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Today, we're going to talk about changing your limiting beliefs and instead turning them into liberating truths. So I'm going to pass it off to you to elaborate a little bit on that, and then we can go back and forth and talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. So think about this. Everyone has a limiting belief, right? I can't sing. I'm not good with my hands. I'm not good at soccer. I'm not good at sport, whatever it is. And so these limiting beliefs could have come from anywhere. Our parents could have planted them somewhere in our life, in our mind, that when we're doing something, they kind of take over. And so that immediately goes, oh, I can't be good at that because my parents keep taking that off of me. It could be that we're just told outright, yeah, you're not very good at that. You can't do that. And so that could have happened. Or we could end up telling it ourselves. We failed a couple of times. And so we just think we're just not good at it. And what happens when we actually believe these beliefs to be true about ourselves, we live to that expectation. And remember, you typically get what you expect. And so if I'm living a belief that I'm not good enough, then that's going to be my life, and I orient my life around that belief. What you got to remember is a belief is really just a thought. Ultimately, it's just a made up sentence in our head. So if it's just a made up sentence in our head, we've got the power to control it and change it.
Yes, I like that. So let's say I have an I am not belief. Are we turning that into an I am a becoming belief?
We could do, yeah. So there's a couple of stages that we can go through with this, which is really the emphasis on this. So first of all, Tiffany, you've got to recognize a limiting belief that you might have. So what might be one that you would consider could be a limiting belief for you?
I am not good at writing.
Excellent. So I am not good at writing. Now, when you have that belief, what that actually does is it actually pulls you into, oh, I'm not good at that, so why bother trying? Mm-hmm. So you don't even give it a go. You don't even step into the world of writing because you just don't believe you're good at it. And so that's step one, is actually to recognize it. So you got to recognize that belief. And then you got to record it. Right. And we're gonna actually write that limiting belief down and write it with a pen or pencil. So you actually take the effort to write, because there is a connection that's made. When you write something down with a pen on a piece of paper, it makes a connection in the brain. And then to make another connection in the brain, you're actually going to read it out loud. So recognize it, record it with a pen and paper, and then you're going to read it out loud, and you're going to listen to yourself read it out loud, because that then makes another connection, right, in the brain. So now you've written it, you're now hearing it, and you can ask yourself the question, okay, is that true about me? How does it make me feel? Do I want that to be a limiting factor in my life? Right. And so here's where it can go one of two ways. You might not want to write, which is fine. So you can just go, okay, I can just enjoy the written word of other people and just let it go. And it can be a limiting belief that you hold on. I don't believe that I'm a good singer. If I started singing, you'll see that I'm not a good singer. But if I've got the belief that I'm not good at singing, then I won't try to sing. But I know that if I was to actually practice and sing, I could probably work on things and get better. right? If I was to take lessons and all of that good stuff, but it's not something that I want to change. So it's something that I've accepted and gone, I'll enjoy music created by other people. I'm not bothered about wanting to sing. You might want to become a writer. So now, if you've read it out loud and you go, I don't want that to be a truth in my life. I don't want that to be a belief. So you can either reject it or reframe it, right? You can reject it or reframe it. This is part of the same kind of idea. So the rejection is, I don't want that to be true in my life. So I'm going to reframe it. I'm going to change it. And the reframing might be as simple as, I'm not a good writer yet. I can become a good writer over the course of time. See how you've just reframed that? And now you're sitting there going, well, I can become a writer over time. So that allows me to start writing today. You can write 50 words. You can write 100 words, and then you can write 200 words, and then you can write 1,000 words, whatever it is. And then you can then start revising the belief in your head, right? You can actually start saying that belief in your head now, because you've got the ability to change it. I'm not a good writer yet, but I can become one. And so you start revising it in your brain. And now here's where the rubber hits the road. You're now going to reorient your life to that belief. And that means taking action. And this is the important part. For you to reorient it into your life, it means you've got to sit down and start writing. And then just move through it.
All right. Well, I already started. I while you were talking, I got my stuff. I might
Excellent.
have to put that, but it says I am not good at writing. If my writing is legible.
Yes, it is legible. I can see that.
I did not mean that I'm not good at writing letters. It's not super legible.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean. So I said that out loud. I am not good at writing. And that doesn't really make me feel good, because I think there's a part of me that knows I'm okay at writing. And I want to get better, because I do eventually want to share my writing, because I do already write. I just don't believe that I'm good enough. So maybe that was I'm not a good enough writer. Maybe that's the belief.
Yeah.
See, and that's why this process is helpful, because maybe at the top of my head, I thought I am not good at writing, but maybe the belief I'm really thinking now that I'm processing this is I am not good enough. And that's the belief that I want to challenge. So what would my reframe be? Could a reframe be I want to become better at writing? Or is that not belief? What is
it could be, but this actually focuses on I'm not good enough, right? It's the I'm not good enough piece of that. So to say you're not good enough means you're writing, but you're not sharing. Does that make sense? And so what we've got to do is change that I'm not good enough. And so it could be I am fully capable of becoming a great writer.
Okay. So then do I write that down?
You write that down, yes, because that's going to be the replacement of this limiting belief. And that now, because you've got it, that's now your liberating truth that you will start to revise, right? This is the revision. And so you're now going to start repeating that in your own mind. There you go.
There it is.
I am fully capable of becoming a great writer. And the funny thing is here, I absolutely 100% believe you in that and will love to support you in that. So what you can do as part of this is you can find a partner who would work with you on this. And because you're saying that you don't feel good enough, that means you've got to start being brave enough to share. So as you start writing something, you'd want to find someone to share that with, who could echo the fact that this is great, you're doing great, you're growing every day, etc., etc. And so then you've got the reorientation is writing and then sharing snippets of it and bits of it, right? Yeah. Because I will say this, Tiffany, I am right alongside you. I don't believe I'm a good enough writer. And I've been writing now for a while, and I'm now slowly but surely starting to post blog posts on the PureGame Champions chat. And doing that is forcing me to reorient my life to say, no, I'm fully capable of becoming a great writer. I've got to start putting stuff out there now to start thinking that I am becoming a writer.
I know that you have been writing blog posts, which that's a little shameless plug to read the blog. We do have a blog,
absolutely.
so I can include the link to the blog down below in the description. Our challenge here to you is pick one of your limiting beliefs, something that you believe about yourself that's holding you back. And you can go through the steps in this process.
And so it's also part of that, making it a liberating truth. Because once you start reading what you've written down there for the second time, and once you kind of start reminding yourself that, once you start kind of reorienting your life to that, then the belief becomes, I am fully capable of becoming a great writer, which then leads you into wanting to write more. I want to write more because I'm fully capable, and I will continue to do so.
Yes. Well, get out there, challenge your limiting beliefs, and do your best to turn them into liberating truths. And let us know how it goes. We'd love to hear back from you in the comments below, either on YouTube or some of our other social media channels. We want to hear from you. So share with us what you're doing in your life, how you're challenging yourself, and we'd love to hear your stories of transformation if you're able to turn a limiting belief into a liberating truth. Well, thank you everybody so much. Tony, again, we appreciate your knowledge and wisdom guiding us along, and we'll see everybody next week. Bye.
Thank you very much. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. We hope you feel encouraged and motivated to keep growing with us. If you like what we do here at PureGame, one of the best ways you can support us is by liking and sharing this video with your friends on social media. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel using the button directly below this video on YouTube, and you can donate at our website, www.thepurgame.org. And with that, we'll see you right back here next week.